Hello, welcome back to our podcast, What in the Crime Scene Today. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, which is digital forensic intelligence or illicit drug analysis in forensic investigation. Okay, so everyone, before we start our discussion, it is my honor to introduce you our esteemed panelists who have joined us today to shed the light to our discussion. Firstly, we have Dr. Rosma, Dr. Farid and Dr. Shafiqah, and last but not least, Professor Diazi. I would like to express my gratitude to our panelists who have kindly joined our podcast today. Now, back to our topic. According to the World Drug Report 2023, the market for captagon, an illicitly manufactured tablet commonly containing different concentration of amphetamine, continues to grow in Near and Middle East. In parallel, a methamphetamine market is developing in the Near and Middle East, shown through an increase in seizures of the drug. In 2019, the most significant market growth was in synthetic drugs and amphetamine-type stimulants. Hot, seized in Arabian Peninsula, North America, Europe and Africa, was the most seized plant-based synthetic MPS, followed by kratom found in Malaysia and Thailand. Firstly, we need to understand that illicit drug trade continues to hold back economic and social development and constitutes a fundamental threat to security and stability in some parts of the world. For example, during COVID-19 pandemic, traffickers adapted to pandemic context by changing their modes of transportation and trafficking. Law enforcement faces several challenges related to illicit drug seizures. The implementation of novel methodologies is needed to prevent crimes related to illicit drugs and identify suspects involved in illicit drugs manufacturing and trafficking. Forensic intelligence plays a crucial role in combating illicit drug trafficking. First, identifying trafficking patterns. Forensic intelligence helps in identifying patterns and trends in drug trafficking, such as routes, methods of concealment, and distribution networks. Understanding these patterns enables law enforcement agencies to anticipate and intercept illicit drug shipments more effectively. Next is evidence in prosecution. Forensic evidence, such as chemical analysis of the seized drug, can provide crucial evidence in prosecuting drug traffickers. This evidence can link suspects to the specific drug seizures, strengthening the case against them in court. Overall, forensic intelligence serves as a valuable tool in the fight against illicit drug trafficking, enabling law enforcement agencies to gather actionable intelligence, prosecute offenders, disrupt trafficking network, and ultimately reduce the availability of the illegal drugs in communities. For further discussion, we present you our first panel, Dr. Rosma, to share his thought. So, Dr. Rosma, can you share with us about the integration of digital forensic investigation and drug profiling?
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. Hello and good morning to the audience. My name is Rosma Mohazim, and today I will share about you my thoughts about integration of digital forensic and drug profiling. As we know, the issue about drugs is getting more concerning as time passes by. And in 2020 alone, there were around 13.9 thousand new cases of drug abuse in Malaysia. In that year, the most commonly abused drug was methamphetamines, or also called crystal meth. Crystal is a highly addictive and potent stimulant drug that affects the central nervous system. It belongs to the amphetamine class of drugs and is chemically similar to amphetamine but has a more potent and long-lasting effect. Because of this, there should be development in the existing drug profiling method to increase its efficiency and also to reduce the time taken to complete the drug profiling cycle. As for now, the best initiative that could be taken to improvise new development into our pre-existing system of drug profiling is to implement digital forensic environment. Although these things of digital forensic have been around for ages, but they are rarely applied in drug analysis, as most of the forensic researchers still stick to traditional method of using standard FTIR, GCMS, ICP-MS, and other analytical techniques. Talking about integration of digital forensic and drug analysis techniques, implementation of artificial intelligence or AI into these current techniques is a good advancement since it does not change much the nature of the pre-existing techniques, so that forensic researcher can adapt faster to the new environment. For example, Fourier transform or FT was introduced in the early 19th century, and not long after that people had adapt on the changes, and FT is widely used until now. Furthermore, the rapid development of AI nowadays make it possible to make use of AI to help with forensic research. Application of convolutional neural network or CNN in forensic analysis might be a good idea to initiate the integration of digital forensic and drug analysis. CNNs are a type of artificial neural network and are a key component of AI systems. CNNs are designed to mimic the structure and function of the human visual cortex, enabling them to analyze and process visual data such as images or videos. They are a powerful tool within the field of AI, particularly in tasks related to computer vision and image analysis. By using deep learning techniques, CNNs can automatically learn and extract meaningful features from raw visual data, enabling them to perform tasks like image classification, object detection, and image generation. In drug analysis, one application is drug identification, where CNNs can be trained to classify different types of drugs based on their visual appearance, helping forensic chemists quickly identify unknown substances. Another application is tablet recognition, where CNNs can recognize and classify tablets based on visual characteristics like color, shapes, marking, and logos, aiding in the identification of illicit or counterfeit tablets. CNNs can also be used in document analysis to extract and recognize text, detect hidden messages or codes, and identify counterfeit prescription or forged document. In forensic toxicology, CNN can analyze chromatographic pattern from GCMS or LCMS analysis, assisting in the identification and quantification of drugs in biological samples. Additionally, CNNs can be employed to detect image forgery in drug-related cases by identifying manipulated regions or splicing in images. While CNNs provide valuable assistance, the results should always be interpreted by trained experts who consider the evidence in the analysis and investigation process.
Now, moving on to our next panel, Dr. Farid. So, Dr. Farid, what is the steps involved in digital forensic investigation for illicit drugs?
Drug profiling involves extracting and analyzing a sample chemical and physical characteristic to support police against illegal drug use. Chemical profiling reveals detail about the illicit substance, including adulterant, diluent, precursor, impurities, and solvent. Physical profiling focuses on the packaging and appearance of the drug, providing additional information to complement chemical profile. Now we move to forensic intelligence. The intelligence use forensic data. Intelligence cycle is the process of converting raw information into finished intelligence applicable for policymakers and law enforcement in building judgment. Intelligence cycle includes several steps from data collection, evaluation, collation, analysis, dissemination to re-evaluation. Data is gathered from various sources such as a crime scene, witness, and report, then scrutinized to assess its validity and reliability, transforming it into information. This information is then integrated and linked with existing record. The structured collection of information is continuously analyzed to enhance its value, identify new pattern, and test hypotheses. However, intelligence is only beneficial if promptly communicated to decision makers within the organization. Subsequently, data require ongoing update, and intelligence must be assessed for its effectiveness, including feedback and continuous memory updates. Forensic intelligence serves law enforcement and police by linking data to create a comprehensive picture of recurring criminal activities, ultimately preventing further crime. Raw data lack value can be obscured by conflicting or irrelevant data points. By extracting relevant facts for analysis, raw data is selected, processed, and transformed into evidence that can be reconstruct a case of reveal potential connection between instances, aiding in detection of link between seizures. There are three types of forensic intelligence. Tactical intelligence support frontline enforcement officer to decide on special case and is relevant to throughout investigation. In contrast, operational intelligence support crime decrease and decision maker responsible for geographical areas. The third type of forensic intelligence is the strategic one at a proactive global level, which offer a comprehension of pattern and operation of criminal behavior.
Next question is, what is the role of digital forensic intelligence in predicting future criminal activities? Dr. Shafiqah, can you explain more about this method?
Thank you, Hafiz. Talking about the rules of digital forensic intelligence in predicting future criminal activities, Isn't it amazing to imagine the idea of catching criminals before they even do anything wrong? So this is the idea behind the digital forensic intelligence. Instead of just waiting for a crime to happen, police can use this tool to find clues online that might show a crime is coming. So traditionally, law enforcement agencies have relied on reactive measures to combat crime. However, digital forensic intelligence empowered them to take a proactive approach that acts as a forward-viewing analysis tool. This can be achieved by analyzing a vast amounts of digital evidence and intelligence. For example, the investigator will examine seized device, online communications, and digital footprint that were left behind. So by analyzing this element, they can identify the pattern, trend, and connection that might indicate future criminal activities. Aside from that, digital forensic experts are further empowered by cutting-edge technology like artificial intelligence, data mining, and machine learning. These tools will help uncover hidden connections that will predict potential criminal activities and anticipate behavior relating to serious crime like drug trafficking and organized crime. So the powers of digital forensic intelligence also doesn't stop there. By continuously analyzing and updating this intelligence, authorities can adapt the strategy that will allocate resources effectively, and also they can also collaborate with other agencies to address emerging threat and ever evolving criminal trends. This proactive, intelligence-driven approach not only enhance investigative capabilities, but also contribute to a safer and more secure society by preventing crime before they happen. So basically, digital forensic intelligence is a game changer in law enforcement because it allows us to move from reacting to the crime to proactively prevent them, and this will help us eventually building a safer future for all. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So now, before we end today's podcast, I would like to ask Professor Jugazi to share with us the benefits of the proposed DFDI framework for law enforcement.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Hafiz. The purpose digital forensic drug intelligence, the FDI framework, offers several key benefits for law enforcement agencies engaged in combating illicit drug trafficking and related criminal activities. By integrating digital forensic investigation techniques with drug profiling methodologies, the DFDI framework provides a comprehensive approach to gathering intelligence and generating actionable insight. Through a target and iterative collection of evidence from diverse sources, law enforcement can leverage the following advantage. Okay, firstly is enhanced understanding of illicit drug trafficking. The DFDI framework allows law enforcement to gain detailed knowledge about the structure, manufacturing process, and organization of drug trafficking and organized crime group. By fusing digital forensic and drug profiling data, authorities can uncover valuable insight into illicit drug trafficking routes and distribution network. Next is geographical source determination. Through the DFDI framework, law enforcement can determine the geographical source of drug seizure by extracting location information from seized device. This enables authorities to track the origin of illicit drug and monitor clandestine laboratories operating in different regions. Number 3 is creation of national and international drug database. The framework facilitates the gathering of information to generate national and international drug database. This database enables law enforcement to monitor drug trafficking activities on a broader scale and share intelligence with international partners, enhancing collaboration in combating illicit drug trade. Okay, the number 4 is improve network understanding. By applying the DFDI framework, law enforcement can establish a better understanding of drug network, user network, and dealer identification. This comprehensive insight into the criminal network involved illicit drug trafficking and in targeting and dismantling this network effectively. And last but not least, crime detection and prevention. The DFDI framework supports early identification of suspects and the effective use of forensic traces, leading to crime detection and prevention. By leveraging the intelligence generated through the framework, law enforcement can proactively address illicit drug trafficking activities and mitigate security threats posed by criminal organizations. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
So that's all for today's session. I would like to thank all of our guests today for all the inputs that they have shared with us today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.